The disappearance of 3-year-old Riker Webb is one of the strangest stories I've ever read. So this is Riker Webb, a 3-year-old from small town Troy, Montana. And on June 5th, 2023, this is how he looked when he was found. On that day, a family that was visiting their remote cabin in the middle of the wilderness heard the sounds of a little boy crying out from behind a shed. When they went behind the shed, they discovered young 3-year-old Riker. He was all alone, he was terrified, and they didn't know how he had gotten there. So they called the police, they located his family, and they figured out that he'd been missing for 2 nights. So apparently on the day that he went missing, Riker had been outside playing with his dog, and he decided to go on a walk by himself. Now, according to some reports, his family actually noticed that he had been missing but waited for 2 hours to actually report it to the police. And in that time, Riker traveled a very long distance. Now, just take a look at this little map. This is where Riker was at the beginning of this ordeal, and this is where he was found 2 days later. I think it's absolutely wild that a 3-year-old could actually walk that far in 2 days, let alone completely by themselves in an area that, according to locals, is heavily populated with bears and mountain lions. Now, during the time while Riker was missing, there were massive thunderstorms that were pummeling the area. Water was pouring down from above. And at night, the temperatures dropped into the 40s. So these were absolutely insane weather conditions. And even some adults wouldn't be able to survive this ordeal. So there are still so many questions that remain in my head about this case, like how he made his way all the way down from that point to that point, how he survived the elements. But at the end of the day, I'm just so happy that he was found and located and brought home safely.